season is now underway, and some frequent flyers might be surprised to see forms in the mail regarding their travel points. The IRS says they can be viewed as taxable income, even if they were given for free or unredeemed. CBS News senior travel advisor Peter Greenberg is live with us here on set to explain all of this, and I have a million questions for you, Peter. So let's start with this. Once you have one of those forms, you have to report it on your taxes. But are your frequent flyer benefits perks or income?
It's a question that no one's been able to answer since they started the programs back in 1981. But what happens is, just about every year, some IRS auditor declares that your frequent flyer miles is earned income and therefore taxable.
Rude.
Yeah.
That's rude.
And in many cases, it goes all the way up to tax court. And guess what happens? The tax court either refuses to hear the case or they dismiss it. And the only logical explanation for that is that the tax court judges are also members of the frequent flyer programs. But it's raising its ugly head again now because so many people have been getting solicitations in the mail from credit cards offering them major bonuses, perks, mileage points for just signing up, including statement credits for things they would otherwise pay for. And if those statement credits go beyond $600, at least one company, Capital One, is sending out 1099 forms to those cardholders. Once you get a 1099 form, that's reportable to the IRS as income. So here we go again. So the question is, check with your accountant, find out exactly whether or not there's been a ruling as to whether or not it's income or an okay rebate. There's a difference.
Yeah, this is really important. I think another thing that stood out to me here was that you could get taxed on these points even if they're unredeemed.
That's the problem that's always been tried to be adjudicated in the court system, and there's been no definite resolution yet. Every year it goes back to court. It either gets thrown out or dismissed. Just fasten your seatbelts. Let's see what happens.
So why are so many people not redeeming points?
Because the airlines make it almost impossible to do so. I'm going to ask you this question. It's going to scare you. How many unredeemed frequent flyer miles are there right now? People who have earned them, but they haven't been able to redeem them. Take a guess.
I'm sure too many.
That would be a correct answer. It's 34 trillion.
Oh, my gosh.
34 trillion. So the airlines make it difficult or more difficult to earn the miles, and they now make it more difficult to redeem them. But in the meantime, the biggest insult is if the tax folks come and say,
yeah, no kidding,
that's income, because it really isn't.
Okay, so let's leave some folks with advice here. What should we be doing? How can we handle the situation best and make the most of those miles?
Holding on to your frequent flyer miles is not the good idea. They keep getting devalued by the day. The airlines can do that because there's no federal regulation against them doing that. So look out about 330 days. Pick a place that none of your friends want to go to. Seriously, don't go for the usual suspects like France, London, or Hawaii. And then redeem those miles while you still can before they're devalued even further.
Okay, lots of great advice. Peter, thanks so much for your time. We appreciate this as always.
You got it.
Okay.